Alright, so it's time for us to practice asana for those issues. I'll repeat the issues again. Anxiety, vertigo, migraine, or you can say sleep disc, cervical spondylitis as well. Now there are two things to remember. If you are young, okay, below 40, I'll suggest to do Surya Namaskara as a warm-up to detoxify, to decompress your muscles and to be prepared for the asanas. If you feel you are not comfortable doing Surya Namaskara, you can do basic warm-up starting from ankle till head. For example, neck rotation. I'll show you how. Chin down and rotate. Make sure when you are rotating, the movement is very slow, otherwise you'll get a jerk, okay? And breathe, teeth are closed. Similarly, you can do finger stretch, wrist rotation. Some basics. A bit of hip rotation also can be performed. I'm just giving you some examples. You can follow your own warm-up also. Now let's go to the base, the main point, asanas for all these issues. So let's focus on first cervical spondylitis. Okay, there are very simple things to follow in cervical spondylitis. For example, this is my right hand. I'll be holding the fingers. Okay, if in case you have cervical, still you can do it. You breathe in, you breathe out and pull it. Pull it as much as your body allows, so you can find some stretch here. And you can stay there for 10 to 15 breaths. Similarly, you can do the same thing from other side. Make sure you're breathing, never hold your breath until unless your teacher says. Again 10 to 15 breaths. So this is one of the things you can practice to release the pain of cervical. The second thing you can practice is you can interlock your hands on the back. So interlocking in the sense, it should be as close as possible, palms. Then you inhale, you squeeze your back and you stay there for 10 to 15 breaths. So similarly, you can do 2 to 3 rounds of these also. At the same time, you can do arch position also, taking support of anything. You can just keep your hands simply. Okay, for example, just assume I'm keeping my hands on something here. You can use your wall also. Okay, you can just keep your hands and then push your back inside. Just assume there is a wall here. So I'll be keeping my hands on the wall. With exhalation, I'm pushing my hip back and back inside while keeping my elbows straight. This is an amazing position I found, which is very good for decompressing your shoulder blades muscles. Everything should be in limit. See your comfort zone, you know yourself the best. You can start with 5 breaths also, or you can go till 30 breaths also, depends upon your flexibility and mobility. So cervical spondylitis, these asanas can be performed. Now let's go for some main issues here. Migraine and vertigo. I'm personally handling few cases of migraine and vertigo from those people who are suffering from migraine from 35 years. And just the practice of 1 year of some basic asanas, their migraine is fully cured. Till one extent, you can say 90%. Let me demonstrate 2 asanas, only 2 asanas to you. Okay, let me show you. So first you go into the cat pose. Always remember, perfectionism is must in yoga. So make sure your wrist is parallel to the shoulder, your knee is parallel to the hip. Breathing is normal, toes are tucking inside. You breathe in, go up, mountain pose. Head down, eyes closed. And then while inhaling, you raise your right leg up and breathe. In this position, I suggest to stay for 20 seconds minimum and do 3 rounds. Similarly, other side. After doing the pose, always remember there is a counter pose. Counter is Shashangasana. I will suggest use a pillow, keep your forehead on it, move your hands back and stay there for 1 minute minimum. Remember, 20 seconds each side, minimum 3 rounds in the starting itself. If it's very hard for you to raise your leg up, please take help of your teacher or some of your family member. Okay? And this is a counter pose. Counter position is a position you should always practice to avoid any pain in the body. For example, you are doing any asana related to the back. Now to avoid any back pain, you do the counter pose. So it's very important. Now we will be practicing the next asana. It's quite difficult, but if you are under your 40s, it's very easy for you. Okay? It's known as very known position, Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand. If it's hard for you, you can take help of your family member or teachers. So you make your legs straight. Lie down. While inhaling, you raise your both legs up, hip up. Toes are relaxed. Once you hold for 1 minute minimum, vertebra by vertebra, gently you can come down. Very simple. Now, if you are wondering that this position looks very hard, my students also say the same thing. It's not that hard. Okay, you can take support of your friend. They can hold your legs, your family member, and they can help you out in this position. It's very easy. Now, in this position also counter is must, because while doing the position, your neck got pressed inside. So it's very important to release these muscles. So we will be practicing Matsyasana now. So you make your legs straight, keep your hands back and elbows down. You inhale, chest up, and exhale, head back. And come up, elbows out. So these are some methods you should practice for vertigo, migraine and cervical spondylitis. In the initial, I have already showed you. As far as anxiety is concerned, I will suggest you focus more on pranayama, breathing exercises. I showed you Nadi Shodhan, Shitali, and at the same time there was one more pranayama, which is Brahmari. In the initial, at least go with it, and then afterwards you can proceed further with your practice. In the end, there is a very important thing, you can search about it also if you have any confusion about it, is known as Shavasana. So let me specify about Shavasana. So what you do is, you simply lie down while keeping your body into a comfortable position. You can play a nice soothing, you can say soothing chanting, you can say soothing sound, healing sound, or you can just simply say to yourself, visualize and say to yourself, my toes, my heels are relaxing. Then you can gently go up, calf, your knees, thighs. Then you can go to your hip. Say simply to yourself, my each muscle is relaxing because I have collected lot of positivity in this past 1 hour of my yoga practice. Now I'm using that positive vibes to heal myself. Then you can go to your back. Relax from lower to upper back. You can relax your abdomen, your chest, each muscle and joint. Each muscle and joint. Your fingers, your wrists. You can focus on your elbows, your shoulders also, your neck and your facial muscles. And if you really like Shavasana a lot, then in that case you can gently go inside also. In the sense, you can relax your internal organs, your brain, you can say your respiratory system, which is your lungs, your all the passage, your intestine, okay, your lungs, your pancreas, everything, your kidneys, stomach, everything. This is how you'll do your class. You'll end your class with Shavasana. You'll start your class with Omkara. Let me summarize it in the end. So you start with Omkara, You practice Omkara, which is good for your respiratory. When you do this thing, you have to make sure that bhav and dedication should be there. In the sense, you should feel, okay, I'm going to do my practice now, and I'm very happy and thankful about it. And I'll be making sure that I do right. Then keeping that gratefulness, gratitudeness in yourself, then you can start with your breathing exercise. Minimum 20 minutes, I suggest. In the initial time, you can start with 5 minutes all over, and then slowly 15-20 minutes. Pranayama done, then gently stand. Do your warm-up. You can use Surya Namaskara as your warm-up, or simple basic stretches also. Then you can go for the asana, which I have specified for your issues. But I will suggest do other asanas also. But if you have sleep disc, make sure one thing, you should never bend forward. It will aggravate the pain. Always bend back. It will help you. Do all the asanas in which you have to bend a little backwards. Mark my words, immediately you will feel the relief. Many people don't even know about that. They think I have a back pain, so I should bend forward. No, back pain and slip disc is different. Similarly, in sciatica also, you should bend a bit back, never in the front. Okay, these are the simple things. In the end, we'll be doing Shavasana. While relaxing and appreciating ourselves, we have done our sadhana. And then again, you can do Omkara, which we will be doing now. Please fold your legs, back straight, hands again in Chinna Mudra. Eyes closed. Now inhale with me. Always, as I specified, use your abdominal muscles to inhale. Inhale. Two more times. Now rub your palms in the end. Make a cup. Put them on your eyes. Always be grateful and gently open your eyes. That's all. Thank you.